Hello and welcome back. It's day 6, and we're going to keep adventing and we're going to keep calendaring with yet another quote unquote evil mastermind. That's right. It's King DDD from the Kirby franchise. Now, I know what you're thinking. DDD's not really evil per se. That depends. He definitely embodies, like some of the, seven deadly sins, like greed, gluttony, probably sloth a little bit, all that sort of thing. And there's also the time that he decided to try and start an animation studio and treat the members of Dreamland like the Japanese anime industry treats animators. So I'm pretty sure that counts as evil and as a mastermind. But yeah, this is the Nendoroid for DDD. Yeah, I've had this in my backlog for a bit there, and yeah, you can see here showing off a whole bunch of features here on this thing. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Let's crack it open. I've got the Nendo Kirby. He's off in the other room somewhere. We'll see if I do some sort of a jump cut where I run off to go and grab him. But yeah, let's get DDD open though. And let's take a look at what's in the box, other than Gwyneth Paltrow's head. So, yeah. I will admit I'm not a huge Kirby person per se. I mainly know DDD from the actual, from the Smash Brothers games. I will just be completely upfront with that. I'm not the most knowledgeable person of Kirby. But yeah, pulling this out, we can see here we have the base DDD in a whole bunch of bags that I will just put back in the box. And just doing the standard defenestration that you get with Nendos, where you have to get rid of all the stuff, then pop all the joints back on. The standard, we're going to protect the plastic and the paint and stuff, which is always nice. I very much appreciate the Japanese figures do this sort of stuff. Yeah, so here he is himself, the ruler of Dreamland, King DDD. Yeah, he's cool. Incidentally, I learned this while I was doing my unboxing stream. I honestly might end up switching my my cameras, because honestly, this Pixel is not nearly as good for toy filming as my OnePlus 7T was. So we will see. But yeah. Anyway, so here's the turnaround for DDD. You can see here we got the Figma stand port. Posability is posability is standard for Nendoroids. We've got a head here that pops onto the ball joint. Let's pop this back on. Yeah, it's got a little bit of side to side, not a lot. It's very blocked by the coat. That's really about the extent you can actually realistically get out of it. Yeah, pretty limited as far as Nendoroids go. We got an interesting design here in the arms, just because this dual design here, that actually results in him having a bit of butterfly joints. The ball joint doesn't really stay in though. That's a bit of a negative. Like, this one does stay in a bit better. Maybe it's just not in all the way. Let's just try pressing. Maybe this one's not in all the way, but yeah, it does have some butterflying, but yeah, it's not nearly as good. We got some wrist articulation here just because they're on pegs. And then of course you got the feet, which are also in ball joints and also very limited. Like, this is not Kirby or Meta Knight. Those ones were very posable figures. This one is really not. It's fairly limited, honestly. A little bit disappointed than just the lack of posability that this has. But let's take a look though and see what else we have in the box. We've got the Nendoroid stand back here. Nendoroid stand, I'm probably not going to bother popping it out quite yet. Maybe I will after the review, but just because from a time standpoint, and we've all seen those. We've got an alternate hand here. Alternate arm. I think this is for more of a different pose. I'm just trying to compare and see what the difference is. It looks like this one, okay, this one's shorter. I think this is probably if you want to do like some poses with a hammer or something like that. Maybe that's why he has a shorter arm here. I don't know, but let's see what else we got. We have a whole bunch of alternate eyes. Alternate eyes, we got some angry eyes, we got some surprised eyes, and with that said, let's take a look and see what we do for assembling this. So popping the head off, yeah. For slapping accessories on, we've got a removable beak. Yeah, so he's silent now. He's shut up. And he does have an alternate beak here. We can give him this, bit of a grin, mischievous grin. It looks good. It's a good DDD grin here. The eyes are going to just pop out as well. Looks like they're just pegged in. Yeah, it's just pegs. So we can pop his eyes out. And we can play around with expressions. So we got 2 sets of eyes here. We've got these angry eyes. Now, they're also not perfectly round eyes, which means that you don't have to worry about lining them up properly, because if you line them up, yeah, everything should orient properly when you actually put these in. But yeah, we got these angry eyes here. And if we put this one in here, makes him look fairly sinister. He's up to something. DDD's up to something here. Yep. So that's cool. And then we've got another set of eyes here. As soon as I get these ones out. Actually, I'm curious if I can swap these around the other way. Let's find out. Let's find out if these are limited to one direction. Because if they are, in fact, not a British boy band, then I guess not really a boy band. But oof, wow, these are not coming out very well. I don't. Oh. Okay, I don't know if that's meant to happen. I think this is was meant to be glued down. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, I think there might be some glue that I broke, but I don't think the head. Yeah, the head's not. Oh no, maybe. Let's see. Because yeah, I can get the Nendoroid head. Okay, yeah, if I do that, if I take that off, then I can actually push these out from the back, and then that becomes way easier to work with. I should have been doing this from day one. So, yeah, for DDD's eyes, yeah, so that's what we do. We can't really put the eyes in the other way, it looks like. They only go in the one way, so that makes that a bit easier. But hey, at least I learned something. I learned that this is actually like a much easier to work with toy than I was doing. So anyway, so we got a couple of eyes in here. We can put these surprised eyes in. Yeah, let's see. What else? We got surprised eyes. Okay, let's just orient these properly. R3. Okay, there. I think, yeah, there we go. These ones are, that's cool. These ones bug out a little bit, the surprised eyes. So we could do this. We could put this beak in here. Oh, that looks properly silly. Properly silly DDD expression here. Let's just show this off. Yeah, so that's a properly silly DDD expression. He's up to something. We got just this big... Oh, yeah, this is funny, too. This is a good expression. And then we got this one here. We got a proper comic oversized peak of shock. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh my god, this is amazing. Like, you see pictures of this on the box, and it looks pretty funny, but in person, oh my god, this is great. This is fantastic. Oh man. DDD has some alternate hands too. These ones are just cuts here so that he can hold his hammer. I'm just gonna swap one of the hands out here. We don't really need to do both. So let's put this one in. Let's put this arm back in. Again, not a huge fan of the way they did the ball joints. And then let's take his hammer out. It's just the standard star hammer here. Looks like there's a little peg there, so I guess that's probably if you want to dual wield this or something. I need to take a look at the box pictures. Yeah, so we can just slide that in like that. This hand, it is not really holding up very well. Just because that ball joint's a bit weak. But yeah, so we can do this, I guess. It's properly comical. I like it. It looks good. It looks good. DDD is properly hilarious here. Oh, so this is interesting here. I'm looking at the instructions, and I don't know if I've seen this on an Nendoroid instructions before. They full on have English translations as well as the Japanese ones. That's actually kind of cool. So yeah, it looks like it's got the, like, looking at the Nendoroid stands, it actually does have a second stand in there specifically just for holding up the hammer. It's a heavy hammer, so that makes sense. And they're showing here just the documentation on how like everything detaches. And it looks like, yeah, like one of the hands here, I guess it's just a shorter arm here. Not quite sure why, but okay, it doesn't really explain, but okay then. Anyway, though, yeah, it's cool seeing Good Smile actually include some English instructions, which I guess for a character like Kirby that make Kirby characters where there's going to be a lot of international fans, it totally makes sense to do like something for Eldritch, the Eldritch horror that is Kirby. But yeah, so we got lots of options here for posing this out. This is hilarious. This one is great. I'm just trying to decide if I want to walk through like all the different combos you can do, because yeah, there's a lot of combos. Like we could just put the regular eyes in, and yeah, the regular eyes that's not nearly going to be as funny as the other ones. But yeah, no, look at that. That's not really. Yeah, you really can't mix and match these super well. Maybe with the angry eyes, the giant beak of doom will be funny, but let's see. Not really working with these either. You kind of have. Yeah, this one kind of really only works with the shocked eyes. It's great, though. It's great, though, with the shocked eyes. I really like that. I don't think I'm going to use the angry eyes, though. I think I'm going to probably just use the... yeah, but how do I want to display it? I'm going to just do this one here. I might do the... I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the shocked eyes when I display them, because those are kind of funny, or if I will just do the more neutral eyes. But yeah, like the eyes have it here. This guy does have the qualifications for Evil Mastermind, and honestly, the expressiveness, it's a very limited, yeah, the posability in this guy is very limited, and that I would consider a negative. Oh, and that's cool to note here. They actually made the left and right eyes here different peg lengths, so you can tell them apart at a glance. That's really useful. Small thing, really useful thing. But yeah, overall though, with DDD, as I'm putting his hat back on and taking a look at him, I think the biggest knock against DDD here is, well, yeah, his joints are not the greatest. Like as I said, I've got my issues with the arm assembly here. I have my issues with his arm. And of course, yeah, like very limited posability. Very limited, like especially considering Kirby is like one of those insanely posable Nendoroids. This is like a little bit disappointing, I won't lie. But as far as Nendoroids go, like for something that you want to sit on your shelf, you've got lots of options here. Lot of expression, a lot of very characterful expressions. So I can't begrudge it super high. It's a decent Evil Mastermind, I guess. Yeah. It's not bad. So let's put DDD over here. Let's pull the rest of his box out. And then let's compare him to the other masterminds that we've opened up in this first phase. Because, yeah, we got a few of them. We've got, as again, going over who we have. We had Loki. We had the Kingpin. Wilson Fisk. We had David Xanatos, who has a floppy. Don't copy that floppy. Fact or Fiction. And then, of course, we have Mr. Dr. Eggman with his, pop-up toupee, which is fun. So, yeah. And then, of course, yeah, there's also that Stormtrooper. But honestly, the holiday guys, I'm kind of using those as a little bit of filler. But, yeah, this is the first phase of Masterminds. I'm still not 100% on what the next phase of the unboxings is going to be. It's going to be coming soon, though. Obviously, after, another, like, little filler figure. But it'll be good. And, like, honestly, it's entirely just a case of I know what the groupings are. I just haven't decided the orders. Some of them are waiting on toys to actually come in. But, yeah. This is going to be Techno signing off. Until day 7.